Ladies and gentlemen, do you please welcome our first championship final of the night, the women's 400 IM.
The women's 400-meter individual medley, and the world record is 4:28.43, set by He Shiwen from China. And there is Katinka Hosszu. As you mentioned, Rowdy, possibly right now the best all-around swimmer in the world, a world champion at 200 and 400 meters IM, but no Olympic medals so far.
Well, you just take a look at what she's done so far. I mean, she's already swum the 200 free, the 400 free, and the 200 back. It's just, she swims so many different events. Finished second in the 100 freestyle to Ledecky last night. And you can see top qualifier here in her perhaps best event, the 400 IM.
Elizabeth Beisel, one to look for in lane 3, silver medalist in 2012, the two-time Olympian. And Caitlin Leverance will be married in 9 days, and back to that we'll get to Beisel once again. How is her form now? Still pretty young and early in her career at only 22.
Really good. Graduated from Florida, had a spectacular career there for the Gators, and now she's a pro and just still loving and enjoying the sport on a daily basis. I talked to her a while back, and she says, I just love swimming, I love training, and she's going to be very tough over the next 18 months.
Caitlin Leverance will swim out of lane 5. She was a bronze medalist in London in this event, and she is 23 years of age and started to mention, but congratulations to Leverance. She will be married in 9 days' time, so an awful lot on her plate.
You know, I'll be there next weekend. I wonder if I'm invited to the wedding. I should ask her that. I'll be in Tucson. They're getting married in Tucson. Should I check with her about that? I don't think I'm on the list.
Wedding crashers. Wedding
there
crashers. Come on, you and me.
I don't think she wants this old man at the wedding.
Come on now, and we're underway. Emily Overholt will be in lane 1. Camille Adams will be in lane 2. Then Beisel, Hosszu, and Leverance in the middle of the pool. Sarah Henry out of Texas A&M in 6. Leah Stevens in lane 7, and Alona Kiselova out of the University of Word. And if you're not familiar, small religious school just south of here in San Antonio. Underway. Butter back breast free.
Leverance, this might be a little long for her. Even shows she was an Olympian in this. She was 6th in the 400 IM. She actually won bronze in the 200 IM. So you know she's got that great capability of putting together a solid, but this is the decathlon, mini decathlon, you might say, for the 200 IM, but she's certainly capable of doing that and starting to get back into it. Struggled a little bit for the couple years after the Olympics, like many swimmers did. Found love, obviously, getting married. By the way, she's getting married in Tucson. One of the big reasons she's having it next weekend is because Cal is swimming Arizona in Tucson, and her head coach, Terry McKeever, obviously the head coach of Cal, is going to be there that weekend, so it's a convenient thing, too.
Hosszu turning first, followed by Leverance. And you mentioned the step up in distance from Leverance to the 200 IM to the 400. Does that mean, at least at this stage for this race, this second day, that she's got to go out and build a lead and then try to hang on because maybe she's physically not there for the 400?
Well, I don't think most of these swimmers are here physically for the 400. I think they're either in a tremendous heavy training session, or they just haven't gotten into shape yet. I mean, I was talking to Coach Marshall a while ago, and he said, most of my kids are, I said, listen, have fun in the fall, but be ready in January to give me an 18-month commitment. So I think a lot of these athletes are in different phases, so I don't think you're going to see a lot of them at their peak form here. Hosszu, you know, we talked about her earlier, Paul. You know, if she's not the best all-around swimmer in the world, in which I think she is, she's certainly the busiest. She swims in practically every meet that I look up online. Overseas, she was over in Asia a while back. I mean, she's everywhere. It's incredible, her schedule. And the fact that she does so well in each one of these meets, it's not like she's traveling and swimming poorly. She's winning. She won $500,000 last year at least just swimming in meets.
Well, this is the Arena Pro Swim Series, and she is clearly, as all of these athletes that don't have remaining NCAA eligibility left, a pro, and she made lots of money and cashed some big checks. And Elizabeth Beisel making a big move here in lane 3, coming up just below Katinka Hosszu in lane 4, and also coming up is Caitlin Leverance. So they're making up a lot of ground in the breaststroke.
I really love the fact that Leverance, you know, is going to be great in the breaststroke because she's just always been that solid breaststroker. But I love the fact that Beisel right there on the top, she just really has come into her own in this stroke. One that she struggled in early in her career has become a specialty. And I think a lot of that is because of Greg Troy down at Florida. He turned Ryan Lochte into a great breaststroker, and he's doing the same thing, has done the same thing for Elizabeth Beisel. And Beisel's still got a long way to go. Hosszu is a very good freestyler, but this is a good sign here, and maybe a little bit of a message to Hosszu right there in the middle of the pool of that black cap, who's now falling behind Leverance.
So Beisel in lane 3 with the lead, followed by Caitlin Leverance in lane 5, and turning is the favorite, Katinka Hosszu, and fastest qualifier in between them in lane 4. And now the freestyle, about 70 meters to go.
I am really surprised that Hosszu has not only won this event at this point, but blowing the field away. She has really not looked good here early on in this race. I say early on, the entire race is almost over with. You only got 50 meters left coming up, and she's not going to win. She's certainly not going to catch Beisel. She has an outside shot of catching Leverance, but this is, again, a great confidence booster for both Leverance and Beisel because they both look very good right now.
Beisel in lane 3, two-time Olympian, again a silver medalist in this event in 2012. And not only hanging on, a huge push in the breaststroke and then bringing it home in fine fashion. She's going to win this race. And Caitlin Leverance in lane 5 trying to hold on for second. And Katinka Hosszu, the big favorite coming in and fastest qualifier, is going to finish third. So Elizabeth Beisel in 4:36.71 wins it. And Leverance 4:38.35 and Hosszu 4:39.93. Those are your top 3 finishers. Surprised there, Rowdy?
Very surprised. And not only that, Hosszu lost that race by a lot. I mean, she was a full 3 seconds behind Beisel, but how fast Beisel went. Listen, 4:36 is not going to win the gold medal in Rio in 18 months, but such a solid time considering, again, how early we are in the season. That's around the 10th fastest time in the world based on last year's times. Here's the pass on the breast right here. Beisel goes by her. And just looking so solid. It's great form there with that breaststroke, constantly pushing forward. Here's the breast to free exchange. She unfolds out of that so well. Good underwaters. Now, I just think she's got a little chip on her shoulder right now. And I think she's going to be very tough. Remember, she's the world champion in this event going back to 2011. Silver medalist in the Olympic Games, and back to that form. Good thing for the U.S.
Look at the final results once again. Beisel, Leverance, followed by Hosszu, and Sarah Henry comes in for 4th. But Elizabeth Beisel, who joins us now down on the deck, will try to give you about 5 seconds to catch your breath after that magnificent effort. Elizabeth, congratulations to you. But talk to us about the breaststroke leg and how you took over that race and your improvement in that particular stroke over the last period of time.
I think it's something that I've been working on over the past couple years, and it's normally the weakest leg of my IM, and now it's the fly, so I guess I need to work on that more, but definitely pleased with the time and glad the breaststroke is finally coming along.
Elizabeth, can you think back about where you were 18 months before London and compare yourself to that point, and how do you feel about where you're at now?
I'm definitely pleased with the time tonight, but I definitely know that there's a lot of more work that I need to do in order to be where I want to be in Rio, hopefully. But, you know, each meet is a stepping stone, and I'm going to take a lot away from this meet. And they're normally good things, but there are a couple bad things that I need to work on, so I'm pleased.
Elizabeth, Rowdy and I have been talking about the Olympic trials. I know it seems like a long way away, but in your life, it's just around the corner. Real sense of urgency for you now day to day?
Yeah, for sure, especially when the new year rang in. It's only a year and a half away, and it comes so quickly, and I feel like I was just in London. So to think that Olympic trials are only like 16 months away is a little scary, but there's definitely still time to put in some work, so we'll be okay.
A great start here in Austin. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
There is Elizabeth Beisel, your winner in the women's 400-meter individual medley, upsetting Katinka Hosszu. When we come back, the 400 IM on the men's side, and Ryan Lochte.